So this is more what you call in RPG theatre of the mind.
Mm.
So instead of having like a whole tabletop setup
Yeah.
and everything else, it's more imagine the scene, and as things go, I'll tell you what's there, what's happening, and what you could
Mm-hmm.
possibly do. But you can always throw in what you think that Popple would do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so we've got the initial setup. So the initial setup is that, and I've forgotten his name already. Uh,
Cool.
King Head Hacker,
Oh yeah.
um, the Goblin King, has
Yep.
basically decided that it's time for another raid.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten bored of all of his usual shiny shit, and he's
Mm-hmm.
getting ready for the latest raid on the local village. He's picked you as one of his greatest warriors. It's not like all of the other ones have died around the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and the last raid ended up really badly. He just really trusts you to do the
My
best job
imagination
possible.
said, okay, can hear
So
y'all guys
he's
cool.
given you a knife, which goblins, when they get knives, they rank them by how much damage it can do and what
Saint
animal
Cloud.
it could kill. So there's
Mm-hmm.
dog hackers, there's horse hackers,
Mm.
and then you've been given a human hacker.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's just good enough to take out a person, but you
Mm-hmm.
couldn't take out a horse with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So you've got a necklace which has several teeth that you could use to pay for things, but it'd look bad if you bought things with it for now,
Mm-hmm.
because goblins don't tend to take up art necklaces when they get them. And you've got a really good leather helmet. Uh, on your raid, you'll have three other goblins with you. So
Mm-hmm.
as you act, they'll all act with you. So you'll be
Okay.
able to do stuff that not just one goblin would be able to do.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Um,
I got it. Okay.
yeah, so you're leading the war band, so you could tell them to do stuff and they'll do stuff.
Okay. Oh, that sounds great. Okay.
Yeah. Um, it's the local village of Gwent. So it's a small town surrounded by a farm. There's a church.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of different shops. It actually has a local regent who lives there, as well as a tax office.
Okay.
So they take taxes from the town every so often. There's a market square that
Mm-hmm.
the king has basically said there might be something good on. He saw some traders like coming in on the road the other day. He's not sure if they're still there or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've also got things like the village tree, and the king has said whoever carves his initials into the village tree will get some extra stuff.
The village trade. What is that?
The village tree. So there's a
Oh,
massive
the
tree
tree.
in the
Okay.
middle of the village,
The tree. The tree. Okay, I got it.
and
Sorry.
yeah, and some people say that the sap of it kind of can cure the sick, but
Okay.
the king doesn't really give a shit about that. He just wants his name on that tree to prove that he's, the big king in charge of the
Yeah.
area.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do I have any special moves? Any extra stuff that I can do in a sense?
so you've you've got your knife,
Mm-hmm.
you've got your helmet, which is a little bit protection, you've got your
Mm-hmm.
necklace,
Mm-hmm.
and then because Popple loves stealing stuff, it's probably going to be better at stealth than the average goblin.
Yeah. 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 Definitely.
And then, do you have any goblins that you're taking with you that you know of? Like, because otherwise he'll just give you whoever, unless you pick somebody out from the crowd. And
Yeah.
there's a
I do.
bunch of goblins.
Uh huh. I do want a tank. Let's say, someone strong, since I am not strong. Um, and maybe two runners. Just someone strong and just two runners, and I think that should be good. If I could get a long range goblin, that would be better. Um, and yeah, I think that'll be good.
So
Maybe. Uh-huh.
throughout the crowd, you see Krebold. So Krebold the Strong, he's basically just a little brute. He's got a club with him
Mm-hmm.
because he's not, he's never had enough money to really buy a sword. But
Mm-hmm.
he is an absolute bastard when it comes to hitting stuff with a club.
What's his name
And then you've
again?
got Krebold.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you've got the twins, which are Zig and Zag.
Sig and Zag?
And Zig and Zag.
Fuck yeah.
So they were born from the same mother, and they've both been running all the time. They like rush around the tribal village all the time, and one of them has a slingshot, and the other one has a small arrow, like bow and arrow, but you can never tell which one's which.
Okay.
So you've got a big, strong goblin with you, and he's got a club. And then Zig and Zag, who are going to be your more athletic goblins.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
So
and then for the rolling, do you want me to open up the chat again to because you sent something with the roll?
Yeah.
Should I open that up
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. If you open up chat, keep chat open.
Okay. Let me do a quick setup here. Where'd you roll? What was the roll in?
So if you go /roll.
Should I just do this in general then, or where?
In this general voice chat, yeah.
Let me see.
There should be a little open chat bubble next to general in voice chat in voice channels. There you go. I've put it in our chat so you know where it is. So that little speech bubble, that'll open up the chat here. There you go. And it's a good roll so far. Right? Oh, I is of course here as well. How's it going? You're good. Then again, he's not in here, so that's fine. Sweet. That makes sense. That easy to use. Sweet. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Much appreciated. So so Grim, that makes sense how to roll. Easy enough. And I'll tell you what dice to use when you're using them. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally cool. Grim, not sure. So anyway, and it's all good. I've literally got every legal drug that I could get. So I've got caffeine, nicotine, and well, alcohol, because of course I do. It is a week, and not that it stops me drinking during the week. You right, Grim? Can't hear you talking.
Hello? Hello? Oh, it was muted.
Hello?
Sorry. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, no worries. It's all
Sorry
good,
about
dude.
that. Dude, I was talking to myself for like fucking 5 minutes. Fucking dumb, man.
I thought you were, dude.
Oh
It's
my
all
god.
good, man.
Dude, I hate Discord. I don't know how to use this shit. I'm sorry about that. I'll just get used to it.
It's all good. Like when you get used to it and when you get used to like rolling dice and everything else, it becomes a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd always say is, I know you sent a video a couple of days back, might have been a day or two,
Mm-hmm.
which was the yes and kind of stuff. I tend to roll a lot like that. And then this is simple system, so this isn't going to be the hardest thing in the world,
Yeah.
and it's
All right.
also not going to be the full rule set. So D&D, when you get into D&D proper, has a lot more rules to it.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I usually do slow rolling of rules because it's easier.
Okay, sounds good.
So we've got Popple, who is the warband leader. And then we got Prebold, and then we got Zig and Zag. And so they're going to head to the town of Gwent. And so what I want is the first kind. Do you want to roll a d20 for me?
Yes, sir. For what?
If you can just roll two d20s for me. So if you roll one, then two.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then if you roll another one.
A 1? Whoa, my god.
Ooh.
14.
Okay. So as you come into the city, as you come into the town of Gwent, you see a big iron statue that has an iron star in it, and it's basically sat in front of a big stone building.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the right of you, you see basically a shop, and it's got a wooden sign in front of it that's just got bottles, and it's also got a picture of grapes. So where do you want to go?
Okay. So Popple is outside of the village. I have my crew with me, and we're hiding in the bushes or something. We're scoping out the area. I want to say that I want to send one of the twins to check out the building that you just mentioned. I want to scout the building, see what they got, see if it's worth going there with one of the twins.
So there's two. So imagine you're running into the town as quickly as possible. So you can either go into the large stone building with the iron star in front of it, or you can go into the building that has the wooden sign with a bottle and grapes on it.
Okay. The wooden building wouldn't have much money, so let's go to the stone building, and I want the twins to scout for a secret entrance around the building, see if we can get in through the sides or through the back, and just do all this while hiding. We're not in the open. We are taking positional advantage places, and I want the tank with me because he's gonna be people are gonna see him real quick. So I want us to be hiding, and then just send one of the twins or both of them and to scout the stone building.
Okay. Do you want to roll roll d20 for it. Let's call it DC 10 for both of them.
So D20.
Yep.
Damn it.
So there isn't a secret entrance, and there isn't really like any hidden areas. But what there is a large wooden door at the front, and it is slightly open.
Okay. All right. Popple commands one of the twins to peek through the door and see if there's anything or anyone in there. DM, what time of day is this, DM? Are we light? Is it light out or daylight? I mean,
it's a daytime raid. It's a daytime raid.
Oh, double hard. All right.
Yeah. So, when Zig or Zag, you can't really tell, peeks through the door, there's like no people inside the building whatsoever. There's a big stone thing in the middle, and it's filled with water.
Mhm.
And then there's a big altar at the back, and it's covered in like a really nice cloth, and it's got two big candelabras that look like they're made out of gold,
Okay.
and then a small bowl full of money.
Okay. So me people, goblins, go into the building. Take advantage positions in each corner of the building while I go in. And so yeah, we go in, and my goblins are gonna be around me, and I'm just
Mhm.
going straight to the altar and see if I can get some gold or the candlesticks.
Yeah. So there's two candlesticks. They're pretty heavy, and then you've got a small bag with you, so you could probably fill the bag with as much money as you can carry. There's probably about 30 gold pieces there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we take the gold, we put it in the bag, um, and if the candlesticks can fit in the bag, we'll take those as well.
Yeah. Cool. And basically, can you just roll a d20 as well?
Yeah. And I want to leave one of the goblins as a lookout in the front entrance, just in case.
Yeah. So I'll call that +2 for not being found. And yeah, you're all good. And so Kribol was looking at a big rope that was hanging from the side, but he's decided not to touch it. Zig and Zag are basically, you told them to like be lookouts, but they're really just like playing tag with each other just
Damn
outside
it!
of the door.
Damn it! All right. How do we get the gold? We want
Yep.
to see if we can make it out of the building. If not, then we can even go to the basement, see if they got more gold in there, or a room or something.
Tell you what, if you want to look for a basement, just roll dice. Let's see what you got.
D20 as well.
Yep. Awesome. So there is a basement.
Mm-hmm.
There's a basement. There is a lock on it, but it's a pretty old and rickety lock.
Okay, so I get a Kribble to break open the lock. Can I do a check if it'll be heard by anyone? If it can be maybe a bit quiet or something?
Yeah, if you want Kribble to break it, it will be loud. If you
Mhm.
want to try and pick it, it'll be a lot quieter.
Okay, can I pick?
Yeah, so you've stolen stuff in the past, so you're pretty good at picking locks.
Okay,
So if you want to roll d20 and let's call it +2.
okay. Oh, nice.
Sweet. You do it and you actually just finesse the lock so easily that it's just quiet as a whisper.
Okay.
Nobody can hear it whatsoever. When you look into the basement, there's basically just a series of slabs with a couple of dead people on them.
Mm-hmm.
So probably about 5 different dead people,
Mm-hmm.
and like a burning brazier. So just the only light in the room. But these look like quite poor people who've recently died.
Okay.
Mia wants to desecrate the humans. We need their gold.
I choose to piss on their graves. I choose to piss on their bodies and leave a message
Yeah.
with our warlord's initials in there. Is there anything I can write with? If not, I'll just get one of the twins to cut themselves and just write it in blood.
You could carve it in the wall. Like the knife can get.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. So you piss on our bodies and you're carving the initials into the wall with a big. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Sweet.
we get out
So-
of there. If there's nothing to steal, we get out of there and just book it.
So as you come out of there, you've kind of got a choice. You can either continue the raid and try and get some more,
Uh-huh.
because right now, when you come back, the king's not going to be happy with the fact that you got so little,
Yeah.
or you can carry on.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's carry on. Let's. I want to stash the gold somewhere. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can. Like, there's nobody, because the stone building's on the outskirts of town. There's nobody really guarding the walls at the moment.
Mm.
It's basically just a nice, chill day. nobody's really been paying attention. Everybody's quite relaxed in town so far.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if I should just take the goal with me. Let's just take it. Let's risk it. We'll take the goal with us and head outside of the stone building and see if we can get into the town to get more gold.
Yeah. So do you want to roll 2 more d20s for me?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Okay, sweet.
Not that bad.
And sweet. Yeah, that's awesome. So as you sort of like looking further into town, you can see a big dome building, and it's basically got a load of rats running around the side of it. And then you've got another building which has a big sort of a big cart in front of it that's covered in meat. And there's a big fat man who's chopping meat at the front of the shop.
And you mentioned that the dome building is full of rats, you said?
Yeah, there's rats that are coming in and out of a hole in the wall. It looks just about big enough to fit a goblin. Maybe not Krebold, but somebody else.
Yeah, let's go into that dome building and let's send one of the twins in there to check it out.
Yeah. Do you want to roll d20 for that?
Yeah. Are we just gonna roll d20s then?
Yeah. If I say roll, just roll d20. If it's something else, I'll tell you.
Okay, sounds good.
Damn it, Zigzag.
So Zigzag walks in, and he's gone for a solid couple of minutes. And while he's going, you can just hear like a load of hissing, and then him coming out, and he's just covered in blood, and he's carrying like 2 dead rats with him.
Damn it. All right, we move to the... I feed the rats to the goblins to see if they gain some strength or something, but we make our way to the other building, to the meat shop, I guess, and to the back, not to the front.
Yeah, so Zigzag both chomp down on the rats. They're really happy with it. They think you're a great leader for actually letting them have a snack halfway through a raid.
Fuck yeah.
You come around to the back of the butcher's shop, and as you're looking through one of the sort of like portcullis windows of the butcher's shop, you see what looks to be a horse hacker. It is a fucking huge knife, and then just slabs of meat, like half a pig, everything that you could really find.
I don't know. I mean, maybe the meat, this guy has some gold in there. Yeah, maybe we make our way to the back and try to break in any way, with no noise, and see if we can get into his stuff.
Yeah, so if you want to roll to try to break in.
Damn it.
So as you do it, you sort of like you fail to pick the lock, and the lockpick sticks in it. So you can't try to pick the lock anymore. It's just jammed completely. You could try and break down the door, but that'd start to alert the butcher. But it is one fat butcher. You think you could probably take him?
Okay, I command my little army to fucking... We hide somewhere close to the shop, and I want to set up an ambush for this person, for the butcher, I guess. And I want one of the twins to make noise in the back of the shop, see if we can get his attention, and we can just get him from the back.
Yeah, roll for it.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. So one twin Zigzag starts whistling and starts making sounds like a dying animal. You don't know which one's which. The butcher comes round the back, and he's basically oblivious. He is carrying his cleaver still,
Yeah.
and he's got a big leather smock on to try to protect himself just in case he misses when he's chopping meat. But he's basically oblivious. He doesn't really know what's happening.
Okay. As he comes in the back, I want the other twin, Zig or Zag, to do a range attack on him, get him off guard, and maybe just follow him with the tank attack with Kribold going in for a full
I
attack.
might have missed that because my speaker just went funk. So as he comes in the back,
Hello.
hello. Yeah.
Yes.
So as he
Yeah,
comes
we
in the back,
He comes to the back and then.
yeah. So as he comes to the back, what's happening?
Okay, yeah. So as the butcher's coming to the back, and he's trying to check for the sound, I guess. I want the other twin to do a range attack on him to get him off guard, see if we can get a hit on him.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you can choose whether or not to shout Zig or Zag.
Whichever one isn't making the noise, I guess.
They're both making noises. They're both having a great time making as much noise as possible.
All right. So the butcher will see them when he goes to the back.
No, they're both in a bush, and they're both playing a game where they can make the loudest, stupidest noise.
Okay. So Popple commands. Popple's like,
All right, stop, you guys. One of you attack. One of you do a range attack on him.
Yeah, and if you want to roll d20 for it.
Damn it, fucking Zag.
So Zag lines up his bow, and he basically just completely misses. It goes straight over the butcher, and he just doesn't know what the fuck's happening. He's really sort of close to yelling for the gods.
Okay, rush. I want everyone to just rush at him and see if we can get him taken down in any way.
Yeah. So Zag's already gone. Do you want to say Kribold, Zig, or you?
Kribble and Zig go for the attack, and I'll stay in the back, see how it goes. If not, I'll just rush in if they need help.
Yeah. So for this start of the attack, it'll be Kribold and Zig. So if you want to roll for Kribold. Kribold basically takes his club, tries to hit the butcher, and then does a huge swing, and then he just rotates on the spot because he didn't realize how long the club was, and so he just shimmies and doesn't really hit. And then do you want to try Zig?
Yes.
So Zig manages to hit the target, and so because he's carrying a small bow and it's not really that great, do you want to roll a d4?
D4, okay.
Yeah. So the arrow goes into him, does a tiny bit of that. You can see blood coming out of his leg, and the arrow's still in his leg, but he doesn't seem shocked. He's still pretty got all of his wits about him. He knows what's happening, and he's sort of breathing in so he could start shouting really loudly.
Okay, we all rush in. Just everyone rush in to attack him and try to cover his mouth to make no noise. That'll be the main objective of the rush, just to silence him. I don't care if we kill him or not, but I want him to be overtaken by my crew.
Yeah, and for that, just one d20.
Mm-hmm. Dude, these dice are against me today, right?
Yeah. He does shout. He shouts for the guards, and he starts screaming for the guards. You then manage to cover his mouth, and stop him, but you're sure that the word's gotten out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 point to how alert the guards are. So it was a quiet day, and now all of a sudden the town's heard somebody shouting for the guards, but it could just be some thief. It could just be the fact that somebody's like fallen over and needs some help.
Mm-hmm.
So in a town like this, somebody shouting for the guards isn't a usual occurrence. Is basically a usual occurrence. It happens every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We try to subdue him. I mean, I'm a goblin, so I'll kill. I'll do a kill blow on him with myself or any of the crew. But I'm imagining that if we're all on him, then we can just do all stab. We should just all stab him basically, and just go for the kill.
And you basically all surround them. Krebold like starts hammering in with the club. You start hacking at him with your human hacker, and then Zig and Zag are basically taking pot shots at him, and they just start filling him with arrows. And then Zig or Zag collects the arrows back, puts them on his back, and then they all have a bit of a laugh about it because they managed to kill a pig man. Well, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We search his pockets. We search for anything worth of value. I sent one of the twins. It's because they're so dumb. Oh my god. I sent one of the twins inside to just rummage real quick, and I use Krebold to hide the body with myself. See if we can get him in the bushes or something. And just send one of the twins inside. See if we can get something from him.
Yeah. So you managed to get the keys to the shop. He had 10 more gold pieces on him because he'd been trading that day.
Okay.
And if you want to roll for trying to hide the body.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. In the shop itself, there's all of the meat that you could probably think of. So there's sheep, there's pig, there's a couple of chickens, there's a load of eggs. Zig and Zag have already rummaged through and they've started throwing eggs everywhere because they think it's hilarious. And you've got a load of different cleavers that are hanging over the butcher's table.
What about the body, DM? Did we hide it correctly or no?
I've got it marked. I'll let you know later.
Okay. So I'm guessing this guy doesn't have a lot of gold in his place even.
He's got a small stash. So he had 10 gold pieces on him, and he's got a further 20. That's just behind the butcher's block.
Okay, so yeah, we search through that. We try and get those extra 20s, and I leave Krebold outside, and the rest of us go inside and get that, and just have Krebold as a lookout, I guess.
Yeah. So do you want to steal anything else from the butchers?
Yes, I want to get some weapons for the. I want to get a cleaver for Krebold. I think the horse hacker was just too big for this mission. We're not interested in weapons, so just gold. So just take small weapons and see if we can get better attack on people with them, and we just book it out of there after we do that.
Okay, so Krebold's got a new, what he's calling a human hacker. He does look at the human hacker and he's got a little glint in his eye of sort of like, I wish I had that. And then Zig and Zag both take a couple of like short paring knives that they're just calling like rat hackers because they're really small, but they reckon they could do a lot of damage to a rat with them.
Okay, yeah, we take all those for the crew, and myself, I take the gold, put it in the bag, and we get out of there.
Sweet. So as you come out, can you just roll a d20, see where we're at?
Yep.
Yeah. So as you look down the road, there's no guards. Nobody's really paid attention. And so, like, as far as they're concerned, it's just, oh, the butcher's gone on a break. Nobody's really caring.
Okay.
So can you roll 2 more d20 for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Zig starts pulling at one of your ears and says that he really wants to go to the place where it had the bottle and the grapes on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zag is looking at this big wooden building that's got a couple of people outside.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's drinking, and it looks like there's a plume of smoke coming out of the top of it.
Okay. We go to the first building that you mentioned.
Yeah. So when you get to that building, you look through the window, and there's an old man, and he's got a really sort of like thin glass, and he's just swigging out of the glass, and it's like a blood red color.
Mm-hmm.
And the walls just covered in these bottles in like a little wooden shelf.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, if there's no one in the building except for the old man, we'll just go in straight and see if we can cause some fear on him. Just going in and screaming and see if we can get him off guard and just attack him
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah. So if you want to try to put the fear to him, so you want to try to make him just wince and not do anything, or just intimidate him, if you just want to roll roll a d20.
Yeah.
So he sort of like looks at all of you, and he's just terrified. He doesn't know what's happening, and he just like hides underneath a desk.
Okay. I send the twins to search for the place, and I have Craybold just keep on pressuring the old man and just be on top of him in a sense, not do anything to him, but just keep my eye on him that he doesn't do anything or scream or go into any sort of frenzy in a sense. Just keep the fear on him while the rest of us just look for the place and see if we can get gold.
So the old man's underneath the desk, and Krebold is basically just leering at him from the sort of like just outside of the desk, and brandishing his club and his new cleaver. Zig and Zag are going through, and they're throwing bottles from the side of the room, but some splashes on them, and then they realise that it tastes really good. And so one of them takes the glass, starts drinking. The other one starts getting another glass and starts drinking as well. And then they also find that there's about 60 gold pieces.
Damn it, Zigzag! Stop drinking.
And so I go for the gold, and I smack Zigzag in the head, each one of them in the head to make him stop drinking, and I go for the gold.
Yeah, so you've got the gold, and then Zigzag are basically like you hit both of them, but both of them kind of have a little bit of a giggle to themselves, and then they both stash a couple of bottles of like this red liquid in their bags.
Okay. I go past them. I go for the gold. I take a bottle as well. I take a big swig from the bottle, because if they're gonna be drunk, I mean, I might as well just be a little buzzed as well, and take the gold, and just trash the place as well, and see if I can get the initials of our chief engraved somewhere to let them know that we've been there.
Yeah, so you carve the warlord's initials into the wall, and you also sort of like try your best to smash as many bottles as you can, but some of them are a bit too high. because you are goblins and it's a bit too high for you.
Yeah.
Like Zag tries to hit one of them with his like slingshot, and then it just dinged and then just came straight back. It didn't really destroy the bottle. You'd need to do a bit more damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
So because of all of the smashing, do you just want to roll 20 for me?
Yep.
And basically, everybody can just hear everything that's happening in the tavern instead of what's happening at the wine cellar.
Mm-hmm.
So all the bottles are getting smashed. People just think that it's a clumsy barmaid somewhere who's broken a load of bottles. So you come out of the wine cellar?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. And then it's getting a bit later on in the day now. The guards have started to come out with torches.
Mm-hmm.
But you've still got the choice of you can either carry and raid because you've been the stealthiest goblins who've done a raid in Gwent so far, and you can leave or you can carry on. You've got a fairly good amount,
Mm-hmm.
but you could always get more because goblins could always get more.
Okay. I tell the twins. Would the twins be able to make their way back to her lair? Do they know the way, or are they too stupid?
They're pretty stupid,
Oh my god!
and you don't really trust them not to fuck about if
Oh my
you
god,
left
they're
them
gonna
alone.
fuck it. I already know they're gonna fuck it up.
If you want to try and send them out, you can roll for it.
What about Cribbold? How dumb is he?
Krebold likes smashing things, and you know that as soon as he sees like a guard or somebody, he'll try and attack him because he's not really attacked anybody. He's only killed the pig man, and so he's a bit thirsty for blood today.
Okay. I want to see if I can stash all this gold just a little bit outside of the village where we're at. Just stash it in a bush somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I want to make them. I want to see if I can make a distraction with some of my goblins. So well, no, never mind. Okay, stash gold, and then
Yep.
we move on. We move deeper into the village on the outskirts of it, not in the middle, to see if we can get into the tax collector's house to see if we can look for it.
Yeah. Roll d20, see if you find the tax office.
Yeah. Dang it.
So you see a like a waypost that's on the outskirts of town, and you can basically see that there's a weird marking, and it looks like a bunch of coins stacked on each other on a wooden board.
Mm-hmm.
And you also see like some weird markings on another one,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't tell what it is because words, of course, destroy goblin minds. And so
Yes.
you don't want to read them because otherwise you'll go mad.
Yeah.
So you can either go with the place that looks like a stack of coins or the weird writing.
Yeah, let's go to the stack of coins place.
Yeah. So as you come to the place with the stack of coins, it's basically like a rickety old shop. It's got like a load of various shiny things. It's just covered in it. It's really weird because there's like stacks of cloth, and then there's stacks of wood, and then there's a load of bones. You could use those bones for basically anything. You'd be set for weeks. And then there's a woman, and she looks really sort of confused, like she's talking to herself.
Popple says gold. Popple wants it.
So we try and go through the back. Is there a back? Is there? Can I scout the place, see if we can get in stealthily?
It's so rickety, it doesn't have a back door. It's basically just a building on its last legs. It looks like it's held up with hope as a building.
All right, fuck it. We'll just go in main entrance, and just bust in and see if we can get her off guard as well.
Yeah, roll d20 for it.
Yep.
So as you burst in, she screams, and it is the shrillest scream you've probably ever heard. While she's screaming, Krebold just comes in and just smacks her over the head, and she goes down in one. Her head's cracked open. She's dead on the floor. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we just look for gold anywhere.
Yeah. So, of all things, you only find 5 gold pieces on the woman, but there's. Do you want to do a bit more of a thorough search?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Roll dice. So, in the shop, like I said, there's cloth, there's wood, there's bone, there's a couple of like little knives, but they're not really worth anything. They'd be rat hackers at most. And there's a couple of weird little rocks, but when you look at them, like they're a bit dull. They're not as shiny as you'd really want.
Not shiny enough.
All right.
So that's basically the building. It's a rickety place, and it's not that well cared for. And the old woman's dead now.
Yeah.
What do you think you'd brag about as a goblin for killing that old woman?
Why? What would I brag about?
Yeah, so the butcher, you kill the pig man. You know, you killed a man who kills pigs with ease.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to kill a pig.
Yeah.
So what would you brag about? You killed a witch? Because she looked pretty confused.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, we just killed the witch. We'll tell the Lord that we killed their witch, and they'll bring us more clout with them, or
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll kill this witch, and let's carve her. Let's carve the initials on her forehead.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. Sweet, man. So you basically gone through the entire place. Zig and Zag are playing with the bones. They're just breaking them open. They're pretty old bones, so there's not a lot to it. Krebold is currently just kicking the old woman's body and just playing around. You can. Do you want to just roll a d20 for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can hear a small retinue of guards just outside, but then they walk straight past. So it looks like when Zig looks out the window, it looks like they're heading to the butcher's shop. So they're currently doing the rounds and trying to get an idea of what's happening. The initials are of the Goblin King, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the Goblin King.
I think it's in the other server, in the
chat.
Yeah, in the chat.
It'll be WH. Wurzum Head Hacker.
Wurzum Head Hacker. All right. Okay, so as we see the guards pass by, we just try to and get out of there as quietly as possible. And I want to go into the tree in the middle of the village, so we can get there. But I want to send my crew to where the gold was at and just make them wait there, and I'll just go by myself to be more quiet.
So you're making a concerted effort to search for the village tree. So do you want to roll dice for it?
Yes. Oh, nat 20.
Ooh. So you basically look, and as soon as you turn to the right, there's the village tree. It's massive. It looms over all of the buildings around it. It's got a little like wooden fence around it, like a little wooden wall, but it is easily you can just step over it. It's just there for decoration.
Okay.
Zag, you take Cribbold and go to where the gold was. I will give you plenty of rat and plenty of drink once you do this.
And I just smack him again so they understand that I'm being serious.
Sweet. And do you want to roll a d20 for that?
Yes, sir.
So you're rolling for whether or not they're going to go back to where the gold is.
Okay.
Damn it, Zigzag.
So as soon as you sort of say, okay, I'm going to do this on my own, I'm going to deal with the tree, Zig and Zag both look at each other really naughtily, and then they run to the place where everybody was drinking. And then they just jump on the tables, and then they start drinking as much of the ale as possible from the patrons. And the patrons are scared shitless because they don't know what the fuck's happening. It's getting close to dusk, so everybody's already pretty drunk anyway. And they're not attacking them, but they're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay. So I see them go off, and I just take Cribble with me. I mean, they're probably gonna get those two. So I just take Cribble with me, and we head to the tree. And I want to take advantage of their making a ruckus there, because I mean, probably the guards are gonna go there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, so nobody's near the tree. Zig and Dag causing as much like mayhem as they could possibly do. Like one of them, you can see in the distance, one of them has just stolen somebody's entire plate of food and is running around with it, eating as much as he can off of the plate, and then pocketing both the knife and fork and putting it in his bag. You and Greebold go to the tree. There is nobody around. There's like 3 torches near it that illuminate it for the night, but that's it.
Okay, yeah, we go to the tree, and I leave a message there in the tree saying that that our chieftain, that this is chieftain's property, and well, I can't write, right? Like I can't be like putting a whole fucking letter message there.
So if
tree? Can we burn the tree?
Yeah. So roll a dice for it.
Okay. As I go to the tree, I want to see if I can get a torch, and I'm just carrying a torch because I want to burn it. Let's see.
Okay. So you try to put the torch to the side of the tree, and it doesn't catch fire because it's a live tree.
Yeah.
And so you put it to it, and then you wait for a bit, and then realize that you've just scorched the outside of it, and it's not going to burn.
Damn it.
Okay, so I just
I you now have
and we piss on the tree.
Yeah. So for carving initials, do you want to roll a dice for that?
Yeah, definitely. How are my carving skills? Are they good or no?
Pretty good for a goblin.
Apparently they are.
That's
20.
My God. So while
I carve in cursive. I do a cursive handwriting on it.
You carve the initials WH, and then you make an effort to make the best portrait of King Wurzum Headhacker on the tree. So it's him on like a skull of throne of a throne of skulls.
Yeah.
Like with a really cheerful grin on his face.
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, we carve it up and see if we can get the twins back or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So Yeah, if you want to roll a d20, see if you can shout them over to you, get them to stop doing stuff. So it went really well. Like you can do it, but basically Zig and Zag, as soon as they hear what you're saying, immediately just go, yeah, definitely. What are we doing? We need to get back to work.
Zigzag to me.
So Zig and Zag both come back. You can hear them rattling because they've stolen so many like forks and knives. They swear that they're as shiny as possible.
Yeah.
And then one of them still has a leg of lamb that he's like munching away on, and the other one has a small like lead flagon with him, and he's just swilling beer out of it, and he offers you some.
Yeah, I take it. I just take it all in. I drink all of it. Throw the cup into a zigzag. Just smack him with the cup. Boom.
You better learn.
Yep.
You better listen next time.
Yeah. And then you think you're probably coming to the end of the raid, so do you want to roll 2 more d20s for me?
How many? 1 or 2?
2, please. Okay, so on the other side of the village tree, you can see that there's a really ornate wooden door. So it's really intricately designed. It's got some like gold paint on it.
Mhm.
And then the building right next to it has a load of swords, axes, and shields just inside the window. Both are illuminated with torches, but you can tell that the really ornate one has like actual braziers in it, like properly blacksmithed places to put a fire.
Yeah, we go to the ornate door building. See if I can scout any way to get in. If not, we'll just go in through the front door.
Yeah, so when you look through the window a bit more closely, you can see that there's a guy probably in his like 30s or 40s. He's got quite like cropped hair, and he's wearing quite ornate clothes. And there's also 2 guards in the room with him, and they're all just basically having a bit of a laugh. And there's a huge stack of gold coins, and a couple of really shiny rocks in front of him. Do you want to roll d20 to see if there's any other way to get into the building?
Yes, please. I don't want to fight the guards. Nice.
That's awesome, mate.
Yeah. That's
so
that's from a nat 20.
Yeah. So you look around the building. There's no real way in. There's a small door to the back of it, but it is blocked with iron bolts. So it looks like it'd take a lot of work to get through that. And the king really wanted things to be done by day's end. You could go through the front. Krebold basically looks at you and goes, I really want to attack the guards. I really want to kill somebody who's worth my time killing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I want the twins to go to the back and just knock a bunch on the door. Just do crazy knocking on the door through the back. And me and Kribble would just be in the front. Depending on where the guards will go out, that's where we'll take our next step. Because if they go out through the back, then we can just rush through the door to the front. But if they go through the front, then I don't know what'll happen. But yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to roll a 20 to see how good the distraction is?
Yeah. I'm gonna send in the distraction masters.
Yeah. So they're knocking really wildly, and they're also just like taking pot shots at the window and breaking the windows in the back. One guard's decides that it's worth his time to actually move, and so he goes round the back, and then you can just hear a load of like giggling, and then running into the bushes, and then the guard follows them.
Okay, and me and Cribble go through the front, and we try to rush the guard, the single guard that didn't go through the back, and we just go for him, and just ignore the other person.
Yeah, sweet. So, do you want to roll d20 to see if you caught them off guard? So you enter, and the guard immediately spots both of you like rushing in, and he gets into a really sort of like heavy stance, and he's standing between you and the gold pieces and the man in the flying clothes. So,
okay, go ahead.
So what he's going to do is he's going to take the first attack, and then it'll go either Popple or Kreebel.
Okay.
So he's going to roll do 20 to hit. So he swings, and he swings right over Kreebel's head because he's used to attacking people around his size, not the size of a small child. So no hit so far.
Okay. Is it my turn or Cobble's turn?
It's either yours or Kreebold's turn.
Well, since he's attacking Kreebold sees the sword go above him, and he just goes for the leg, for the kneecap, and just swings at a kneecap so you can take him out with the knee.
Yeah, and roll d20 for it. See what we got. So Kreebold basically hits him in the knee, but he doesn't get a really hard swing on him. So if you want to roll a d4 for that.
Is that damage taken?
Yeah, so he might have damage taken, but it's a pretty weak hit to his knee.
Yeah.
So he does 2 damage to him, and he sort of like winces in pain, like it actually like managed to dislocate his kneecap, but he's still on his feet, and he's still in a pretty heavy stance. So does Popple want to take a swing at him?
Yes, Popple is bloodthirsty as well for the gold.
He goes to the other knee. We just try and take out his legs, basically.
Yeah. So roll d20 for it. Cool, awesome. So Popple, because he's got his he actually managed to get a good hit on him. You can roll a d6 for this. If it goes with what I'm thinking. Go on.
A d6?
D6, yeah. Sweet. So you basically hit him, and you think you've like hit him in a really, really bad way, because he screams out in pain, and he goes to his knees. He's not out, like he's still awake, and he's still sort of like he's yelling to the other guy to run. But you can tell that he's on his last legs. He's not really up for it. Yeah, he's literally on his last legs.
Yeah.
So he's going to take one final kind of swing, and he's going to try and swing at Kreebold, see what he does. But he is in a lot of fucking pain. He is not enjoying this.
Yeah.
So he does actually manage to hit Kreebold with that, but he is not in a good way. So let's do this. And he manages to wing Kreebold in the head, manages to take out one of his ears. Kreebold doesn't look like he's going to die from it, but he's really annoyed because his ear's on the floor, and he just looks at it and like picks it up and puts it in his bag.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then you can attack again with Popple or Krebold, or you could try to like get away from him.
Can I command the twins from here with my telepathy? um, is there a way for me to for the twins to get the other guard from outside or no?
So they've been running roughshod. They have basically been running through the village, and the guard gets winded, stops running for a second, and then tries to see where they're at, and then follows them. So they're basically playing rope-a-dope with him around the back of the tax office.
Okay. I go for the gold, and I tell Cribbled to do a kill blow on this guard that is on the floor.
Yeah. So Cribble basically smashes his head in. It is a bloody mess on the floor. You manage to collect like 200 gold pieces, and there's also like 2 rocks that you can see through that are really sort of like really shiny. When you look at fire through them, you can see all of the fire through it.
Yes.
Pablo takes the shiny rocks and the gold, and he tells Cribbled, get this here. He took yours. Now you take one of his.
And we get the gold, and we ignore the other person. Fuck him, and we get out of there. Let's see if we can get.
That guy's in the corner. He's pissing his pants. He's never seen combat in his life. He doesn't want to do that.
I tell him.
So
tell everyone that.
What was the chieftain's name? WH. What was it?
Wisdom head hacker.
Tell everyone Wisdom head hacker is the new boss around town.
And we get out of there.
So you scream that in Goblinese, and he doesn't understand the word of it, and he's just like he only hears Wurzum, and that's it. And then the rest of it is just a garbled mess to him. But he's like in the corner, and he's like, "Just don't hurt me, please, God, please, no, not like this." And then you like bolt it out, right? So I just need one more. So do you want to try and call Zig and Zag back? If you roll for trying to get Zig and Zag back. And you might be muted.
Hello. Okay. D20.
Right? Yeah. Do you want to try and get Zig and Zag with you when you run out of town, or do you reckon they're gonna get out of town on their own?
I'll scream again to see if we can get them, because me and Cribble are just gonna book it out of there and see if we can get them to follow us. If not, then they're on their own.
Yeah. So if you want to roll for trying to get them back on the team.
Yeah.
And
nice.
You do your best Goblinese shout to them, and then Zig and Zag both sort of like prick up because you can see them in a bush. The guard is just like nearly passed out from running behind them, and he's just out for the count. He doesn't really care anymore. He's given up. As he comes back around, as Zig and Zag come back around, they come through, and they kind of just have a bit of a laugh because they hand you a bunch more gold coins, and then they realize that you realize that they managed to rob the guard as they were running around him, and so you've gotten an extra 50 gold coins.
Oh, nice.
And then if you want to roll for trying to get out of town.
Get out of town.
Yeah. Ooh,
Sweet. And so as you manage to get, start running out of town, you can see all of the kind of devastation that you've caused. The tavern is currently on fire because Zig and Zag managed to start a fire while they were in there, and everybody is just surrounding the tavern trying to stop this fire. All the guards are working on it as well. Like, so there's nobody guarding the entrance or exits, and you just managed to run straight back to Wurzum Head Hacker. So you managed to do that raid, and so you've got a shit ton of gold coins.
Oh, okay.
Got some candlesticks. You've got some fine wine. You've got 3 shiny rocks that are really shiny, and you've got a guard's ear.
Yeah.
So as you come back to Wurzum Head Hacker, you've got a couple of things that you can proudly announce that you did while you were in town. You managed to desecrate some corpses, because we all know that corpses can rise again, and nobody likes zombies.
Yeah.
You carved Wurzum Head Hacker's initials into the holy place. So they're all going to know who did it. You managed to kill a pig man, a man who's able to kill pigs. No, not many people can do that. You took a load of really fancy red wine, and when he hears some red liquid, and when Wurzum hears that, he takes a swig out of the wine bottles that Zig and Zag stole, and he fucking loves it. It is the best thing that he's had in a while. And then you killed a witch, and you managed to carve your initials into a witch's forehead. Usually they disappear. You did a ornate, beautiful carving onto the tree, so everybody knows you did it. And you also managed to take out a really like hefty guard. You think it might have been a knight or even a king, the way that you describe it.
Yeah.
So I just need one more D20 to see if he's sufficiently impressed.
Oh my god.
So he hears everything that you've done, and he basically just scrounges up all the gold pieces that you've taken, and he looks at you and he kind of goes, I think I did a good job today. I did a fantastic job. Who you? What's your name? Oh, I did a fantastic job today. Oh, Wurzum Headtaker is the best king ever, aren't I? And then everybody in the crowd cheers. As you're sort of like walking away, he does manage to look at you, and he throws his small, like, red, shiny rock at you and goes, "You can have it." And he throws it to you, and you've now got the shiny red rock. But he says, "But I'm not going to tell you the words that make it work."
Oh. All right.
So there you go. That's Goblin Raid. That's Goblin Town.